So, hello everyone. Welcome back to Nicole Myths, Astrology and Tarot. These are the full moon in Aquarius, releasing inner detachment, secret code name readings. For those of you not familiar with secret code names and how they work, okay? Secret code names are purchased by individuals via my Etsy shop. Okay, that link is in the description. They're purchased by individuals, and then those individuals are given a secret code name. So they know which reading is theirs, even though no one else does. Okay, this is their personal reading. The beauty of this is that anybody can be drawn to, resonate with, feel guided to click for whatever known or unknown reason to them, any of the secret code names. And in divine time, there is a message in there for them, okay? So if you've been guided to this secret code name and it's not your purchased reading, there's most likely a message in here for you whenever it is that you are here catching it. All right, so I hope you stick around. Drop a like. Let me know in the comments if it has resonated with you and that it in fact did reach you in divine time. I always greatly appreciate all the feedback. And really quickly, I just want to say thank you to everybody who continues to participate in these events and purchases the secret code names, not just for being present for yourself and your own healing, but allowing your healing to ripple to those who are going through similar vibrations, similar alignments, similar times in their, in their life where this guidance and message is much needed. So thank you to each of you who participate in these events. My love and support is with you always. I am eternally grateful. All right. So with that said, we are going to be getting right into the reading. Secret code name Raptor. Welcome. Today I am using my Icarus Tarot, my Barberry Tarot, and my Power of Love cards by James Van Pra as guidance. All right, so understand when I say we are releasing inner detachment, it is the part of us internally that has detached from our highest good self or detached from spiritual understanding, higher understanding, right? Higher perspective. It's our inner detachment that's keeping us separate, because if we're detached on the inner from our highest self, it's manifesting as being detached from our highest good manifestation, which is why we haven't manifested it yet. All right, if we haven't manifested it in the outer experience, it's because there's some kind of detachment from our highest good on the inside. All right, so which is why we're here. We're going to figure out what it is. All right, and yours is the Tower. Yours is the Tower. Okay. So Tower energy is Aryan and Scorpionic energy. It's Mars. All right, it's Mars. Mars right now in this divine time is in Taurus. And if you're catching this in divine time even 10 years from now, chances are that this alignment or the energy going on in your current divine time is being affected by Mars. That you probably have some Mars challenges in your own natal birth chart, right? Mars as a detachment, the Tower as an inner detachment, is an inability to completely level things. Okay, because the Tower essentially gets struck by the divine and everything crumbles to the ground and a new foundation must be laid. Okay. There's difficulty embracing or accepting the complete collapse of perspective inside the mind, right? The Tower is Spirit's way of initiating unconditional love, the 1 and the 6, in order to create the 7, which is divine intervention or miracle. If you're having resistance or a hard time embracing a new perspective, you're going to have a hard time allowing miracle to take place. The divine is initiating unconditional love whenever It forces things to reset because a perspective shift is required. The perspective shift allows you to create divine miracle, and that's essentially what's resisted. So, Spirit, please. Might also have a very hard time being humble, right? Being humbled by circumstance or spirit that's working in your highest good, and you're not realizing it, right? You're not understanding how the healing is important being the way that it is, why everything is unfolding the way that it is. Clarities, please. All right, give one more. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the 5 of Cups. Top of the deck is the 3 of Coins. The 9 of Swords here, clarified by the 8 of Cups. I mean, obviously, you know you're in divine contract, okay? You're in divine contract, and there's a certain amount of loss tied to those things, okay? Because the journey is important. The alchemization of the self is important, okay? That's the bottom of the deck. The 9 of Swords, clarified by the 8 of Cups, is essentially being tortured by longing. That's nightmare state, anxiety, that is mental torture over longing. The longing, the wanting to be held in the shadows, just ripping you apart. When you feel really passionate, right? Really passionate and full of purpose in something, that your fires are essentially ignited and you feel on top of the world, you know, it's maybe, just maybe, you've locked yourself in a tower, more like Rapunzel, right? It's not you being on top of in the top room of the tower with the best view. It's a matter of being Rapunzel. And maybe Spirit needs to bring the tower down to get you back on the ground so that you're not trapped where you stand, right? Especially if you're not meant to be there, you're meant to be over here, you know what I mean? Over there is in your highest good. Maybe it's not just a tower, maybe it's a whole castle, you know? Maybe it's a whole kingdom. This is being tormented in your mind by longing and feeling unfulfilled. There's a part of you that may be super familiar with longing for more and feeling tormented by not being fulfilled. It might have been a pattern in a certain relationship prior, or multiple relationships prior, and may have manifested in different ways. Maybe one dynamic that you've had with someone was completely unfulfilling. Maybe another dynamic that you've had with someone was super fulfilling and then it disappeared and became extremely unfulfilling and a longing, right? And either way, you were longing for fulfillment. Both dynamics or both experiences, no matter how different they were, resulted in the same feeling: longing for fulfillment and being tortured by the longing. The Page of Swords with the Ace of Swords is about knowing that you need beginner's mind. The Tower is important. You need beginner's mind and need to be able to reset. Torturing the self with longing. It's not in alignment. and it yields jealousy and envy, which is kind of always the vibe I get from this particular Page of Swords. It's envy or jealousy, like looking at someone else like they have it and I wish I had it. And it could be multiple people. It might be multiple people that have what you wish, what you wish you had. What you're longing for, other people have it. You don't understand why you can't have it. And you need to heal. Page of Coins and the Star. Star clarified by the Page of Coins. You need to be able to put your armor on from what is essentially attacking you in the outer. The torment. The familiarity of it. You need to be able to put your armor on and walk through the door, walk through the portal, and know that there's nothing that can actually come into your life and leave you empty, because you yourself are full. You have protected yourself. You have created and or seized an opportunity. You've planted a seed of healing. The Page of Coins is almost always about planting a seed. It's an opportunity created or seized. It's a seed. And this is healing, because as much as this is the Star card, she's an archer. She's got a bow and a quiver. It's very Sagittarian for being an Aquarian card. This is about seeing a goal and shooting for the goal and not letting the longing or the torment of it distract you from the actions that need to be taken. Like knowing that loss is what essentially haunts you, right? That loss is essentially what haunts you in the wounding, in the history, the ancestral history, the past lifetimes, whatever it is. That being tortured by longing or the absence of fulfillment is what haunts you. Then you need to be able to register it, like acknowledge it, actively acknowledge that those are the thoughts going on or that those are the feelings going on, and be like, yeah, you can't get in my way right now. That thought, you can't get in my way right now. I have things that I need to do in alignment with my goal and vision. Feeling hurt, feeling the longing, feeling the ache. Yeah, I can't feel that right now. I have things that I need to get done in alignment so that that feeling never returns. Needing to be able to shift perspective that you are in control of your thoughts and feelings. They are not in control of you. What did you lose? Nothing. You gained an opportunity to learn emotional and mental control so that you can manifest what it is that you truly desire and what you are passionate about, what your purpose is, and not feel defeated because the perspective or the tower came crumbling down, because Spirit said, yeah, I know you wanted to feel solid right here, but this is not your final destination. This tower has cracks. This tower has cracks in the foundation, and if you stay here, it's going to crumble one day. Why don't you hop out this tower before it falls? Because you seriously might feel like you get blindsided by life. You get blindsided by life and you're longing for stability. You're longing for consistency that feels safe and is not cracked, right? Which means you have to be flawless in here. You have to be stable. You can't be cracked. You've got to rebuild yourself solid. That old self that is really familiar with longing and being tormented by the longing and not feeling fulfilled, not feeling satisfied with the manifestation. That part of you that is familiar with that energy, you need to leave it behind. Like, leave that ghost of you in the tower. Be like, listen, old self, you're going to have to stay here because I need to walk down these fucking steps and escort myself out this tower. This cracked bullshit, this past self, this ghost of the self. I cannot stay here with this ghost of my past. Literally, metaphorically speaking, this lifetime, present ghost that haunts you in the reality, like in the form of person, place, thing, or past life ghost, right? Past life ghost of self, old memory of self, ancestral karma self. You have to stay in the past. Like, you can't come with me forward in the story. Like, you ruin the story. The cracked self, the tormented self, the self that gets consumed by the torment and the longing, like, that self can't come forward. That self, no. You have to be able to catch that self when it says, no, wait for me. No, bitch, you stay the fuck in the tower. And when that tower falls, it can bury you there. But I'm leaving. I'm leaving. You and I, me and this ghost of self, me and you, we're done. I'm breaking up with you officially. Like, that past unstable version that is haunted by longing, like, you're breaking up with that version. It's done. You're not reconciling. Don't look me up in another life. Like, blocked on all accounts. Like, no. You got to be able to really see the future and trust that the longing is behind you, that the torture is behind you, because you choose it. You choose to leave it behind you. You choose not to acknowledge those feelings anymore, and you choose to not let them get in your way or dictate your day and what you get done or don't get done and what has to get put off just one more day because blah, blah, blah. Let the attachment to being tortured by what is familiar and unfulfilling go. Let it go. Can't be tortured anymore. Tell yourself you're not going to be tortured anymore. You're not going to be trapped in a crumbling tower anymore. Because essentially what happens is you end up with a fear of creation. You end up with a fear of building. You're afraid to build because it's cracked. Why is it cracked? Because the person creating it is cracked, right? You got to tell yourself you're not cracked anymore. You might have been cracked then. You might have been cracked in a past life. You might have been cracked in multiple past lives and created cracked realities. That is what is familiar and that's what haunts you, but that's not you anymore. Not this life. Not next one either. Secret code name Raptor. Your guidance card. Don't break your phone. Remember patience. Remember, you are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. Oh. Okay. So listen. Apparently this has been an ongoing lifetime thing. Okay. Spirit has a sense of humor and says, see? Oh. The universe has to move according to its own loving rhythm, okay? If the tower needs to come down, if things needed to be removed, it's because you needed to feel that torturous longing and say enough is enough. I don't want to feel tortured. I don't want to long for shit anymore. I'm going to leave that part of me behind. I'm going to move forward. I refuse I refuse to be tormented. I refuse to feel that longing. I refuse to feel unfulfilled anymore. I'm going to create my own magic. I'm going to create my own stability. I'm going to create all of the things that I've always wanted to create this life, as I did in every past life, longed for it, wanted it, never achieved it because I never shook this energy. I know what Spirit's doing. I know what Spirit's doing. It's teaching me about inner stability and creating on my own and fulfillment on my own. Because when I'm fulfilled in here, my outer experience becomes fulfilled. When I'm whole in here, my outer experience becomes whole for me. When I'm not damaged in here, and I don't believe that I'm damaged, as I've believed that I'm damaged from past lives upon past lives, I have this memory of being damaged. I have to remember that I'm not actually damaged. It's just a false memory. I'm not damaged. I don't manifest things that break and fall apart. That might be who I was, but that's not who I am. I do not manifest things that fall apart. Everything I want falls apart. That mantra it's dead. It can stay in the cracked tower. When that tower falls, it can be buried there. You manifest things that are stable. You manifest things that have longevity. You manifest something that is so strong it'll last for lifetimes to come with your energy. You are energetically and structurally sound. If you could, I know you can't, but if you could see what I'm seeing right now in my mind's eye, how much all of your angels, like the archangels, are kind of smiling in support of you, but they're also really sorry because this was a very long lesson, like lifetimes, right? It required lifetimes to learn it. They're sorry. They're sorry, but they can't help but giggle. Like, they can't help it. Because you're learning to trust your own perfection. As a creator, as a manifester, you're learning to trust your own ability to manifest and create. You're learning how to trust yourself as a creator. It took some time. I love you. I love you. Raptor, I love you. I have faith that this message will serve you in the highest when it catches you. You do not create things that crumble and fall apart. You create beautiful, beautiful energy and foundations that will last you lifetimes to come. Okay? Mantra. I am energetically stable. I am energetically whole. I am energetically perfect. And I create beautiful things, stable things, long-lasting things. That's what I do. Mantra. Till next time. Take care.